my energy out the trash.
Come on, man. Got it. Got it. Hold on. Let me make sure this joint is on. You know, a little noise. How's the levels on that?
That sounds good.
Good. Because the volume is way in the other room.
I also have some like good podcast ideas, but I've been so burnt out, bro. I ain't want to. I was like, I hit him after for the ideas once I kind of get my life together.
Nah, it's all good. I'm with it. Are we on?
Yes, sir. We're on.
All right.
Talking about how my life is in shambles.
No, it's all good.
Folks, I mean, stop.
Hey, lead with the truth, as they say. You gotta lead with the truth.
Quintendo, what up, bro?
I'm getting set up. Quintendo, what's the word? I heard you in here. I don't see. Okay, now I'm rocking.
Robbie Johnson, 85, not the 86 or the 84.
There he is. What up? Okay, so hold on. We got noise.
We bike.
We are back. That's right. We back off a little vacation, man.
Yeah, man.
We took a little vacation for the Thanksgiving holiday. We're back. The boys are here.
The boys are back in town. Sorry, I'm trying to get my lights to not be so.
Are you good?
Luminescent.
The Dennis Podmen are back. We gotta find a better name than that. That's not a good name.
I don't know if I like that name as much.
I don't think so either. I'm sorry.
Robin is such a polarizing person because it's like I respect him so much, but then also I don't want to be him at all. It's like it's a rare thing of I do want to be this person and don't want to be this person at the same time.
Not at all. We're going Pod Strickland. We Pod Strickland.
Yeah, that's a good one. Let's see. Sandman Griffin, what up, bro?
Bruh, okay, Sandman, we're gonna get to that. We gonna because it's so easy. It's so easy to just jump right into that. We're gonna get to that early, I promise you. But
I'm gonna tell you one thing. That chat when we first talked about it though, and all the people that are saying Bone Thugs, I want to see. I'm gonna call back the law because we gotta talk. Because I tried to tell him, I tried to warn him, man.
Dog, what? Okay, yeah, we'll get into it. But as I was saying, we just came back from the Thanksgiving holiday. How was your Thanksgiving? Everything goody? I know you don't eat turkey, so it's lackluster.
It was interesting. Thanksgiving itself was great, family. I had an allergic reaction the day afterwards during Black Friday. So that was an interesting time, to say the least. You know, almost passing out CVS is, never fun. But, we're here. You know.
My man passed out in front of the Sudafed.
Dog, I realized I have an allergic reaction. I'm like, Benadryl. And I was like, and my girl had my daughter, so I didn't want to have her go do it. So I'm like trying to drive and hurry up and go get it. And I knew what was going on. Because, I've had them before. And I'm in the checkout. And, dog, the room is spinning. I'm like, oh, God, this is not going to be good.
Fam.
Yeah. But we here. So, but it just sucked because I felt like Black Friday didn't go the way I wanted to because I was high off Benadryl.
Yeah, you had plans.
Yeah. Bro, I don't know how rappers don't talk about Benadryl. I felt like I was hanging with Elon Musk the whole weekend and on Mars. I'm like, I don't know how people take this. I don't know how people do this. This is like some wild. I felt like I was like at a rave. You know what I mean? Full, like I was on another planet off some Benadryl. So,
Done.
I don't like it. I'm cool. So hopefully no more allergic reactions. We good. Back in the trap cooking up and that's it. What about you, man? How was your Thanksgiving?
Man, that shit was amazing as usual. Family, I think it was a total of 7 people staying in my house. It was a super vibe. It was amazing. It was awesome. And it lasted for an entire week.
Oh yeah.
It's like a Tuesday to Tuesday experience.
Yeah, that's vibes. And your family is good vibes. All your family I've met, they all like they get it. They all with it to turn up, you know what I mean?
Facts. Because pre-pandemic, you would be here like during the Black Friday show when we would have them, and you would meet like my brother-in-law, brothers-in-law, however you say that. And my sister-in-laws, and all that type of stuff. So you know how the crowd is. You know how it is. My mother-in-law was here this year, but that don't stop nothing. She turning up with the rest of us.
Pour us up.
Yeah. So no, it was fire. But here's what I wanted to talk to the producer community about. Whether you're here now or you're watching this in the chat, I want to know how many people snuck off to make beats. Because that's a producer thing during the holidays. Mm-hmm. Either family gets there and you making beats and you just kind of come out after family get there, or after the food, after everybody laying down, kind of getting their nap in, you sneak off to your little cave and make beats. I was guilty of that. I snuck off and did some work several times, bro.
So my homegirl, she posted this meme. It was like a whole family at the table, and it was like, oh, there's the rapper, because she's like a rapper, and I was like, yeah, I laughed so hard because I was like, bro, I've had that moment of like, look at Mr. Producer. So how is it hanging with like Bieber? And I'm like, I don't know him like that. I worked with him years ago. I don't know him like that. Oh, is he good? He's cool, I guess. I don't know.
What's up, Puff Daddy?
Yeah, what's up, Dr. Dre?
Look at him, boy, like a P. Diddy. Yeah, you get them uncles that start naming producers that you like a little too young. That boy like a Norman Whitfield over there.
Or you had that uncle,
upright?
And he kind of knew what he's talking about, but he kind of don't. He'd be like, "Oh, so you using that middies, don't you? you using the middies, ain't you?
Not the middies.
What's that thing they call the vegetable loops? The vegetable loop, Fruity Loops.
You got that fruity. You got the loops, and what's that other thing y'all using? It sound like food. That big fish. You got the big fish. You throwing the big fish in the fruits, in the Fruit Loops. Like, man, if you don't shut up and pass that damn stuff. I see all the
kids using that thing Premiere we used to use. What's that thing called? ABC NBC. That's what it is.
Shout out to all the old, it's cool hip uncles.
No, all those conversations are based off of real life experiences. I feel like I've had every one of those conversations 20 times.
Oh, definitely, bro. Definitely. So OG Bobby Johnson said he did. He pulled a Homer Simpson. My man just casually backed off into the producer bushes.
You got to.
No, that's fire. That's fire. John Ringo Powers here. What up?
Ringo.
Didn't have Thanksgiving. Didn't have to worry about sneaking off. Okay. All right, with your freedoms.
Not mad at it. He said my wife tried to throw a cranberry dish at me. Don't do that.
Fam.
You gotta duck and slide. Make sure you save. Make sure she don't hit the monitor. You know what I mean?
Fam, what I'm not even. I want to ask what you did prior and post.
Yeah, he was making a lot of beats.
Not the cranberry dish.
Sam Griffin said, "I heard y'all was using power tools."
That's a fact.
Like, am I tempted to, man, Griffin?
Like, I used to dabble back in the day. What's I used to use? Cake batter, cake walk. That's what cake. Something about some cake. Yeah. Oh,
bro. I really want this documentary about these new oldie songs. My brother sent me this song, and it's a new oldie song. It's called Wendy's 4 for 4. She got that 4 for 4. And it's, bro, I want to know who makes these beats. It's a whole genre, bro. It's like how trap is. Who is the Metro Boomin of new oldies? Like, I need to know this, bro. Every time I hear a new oldie song, I'm so interested in like figuring out who's like the top dogs. Like, how do I not know anything about this?
I don't know who it is, but I am willing to bet the Metro Boomin of new oldies is from Halifax, Virginia.
Bro, it's
a possibility, right?
It's a high probability of that.
I knew it. I just feel it in my soul.
His apprentice says Oracle got the red and black lumberjack. All he needs is the hat to match.
That's a fact. You know what? I may hit up the onlines. Hit up the onlines after the show. Check it out.
Don't have friends like Oracle, because I've spent too much money trying to keep up with this man. It's tough out here, bro. Because I can't come on the podcast and not be dressed up, and he over here styling. So I'm trying to step my game up. It's expensive, man.
I'm not gonna let you put all that on me. Trizza put the battery. He put the battery in my back.
I'm the instigator of all this.
He did not know I would turn it into a 6-pack of D batteries and put it back in his back.
Yeah.
And now we got this vicious cycle of
clothes.
I don't even know, bro.
That's bad.
Yeah.
If y'all see, it's forced me to make Instagram content. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Hey, listen, but it goes. It's not sad. I want to word this right, but it makes a difference. And this is kind of an experiment A lot of people might have noticed, like, you know, not that we wasn't well dressed or whatever, but we doing a little something, little experiment. You can tell we kind of turned it up recently.
Yeah.
And fam, just to see what it do, not gonna lie,
It's crazy.
It has way more impact than it should.
It's so weird of how well it works. I would have never thought it works this well. It's like I knew, but I didn't know.
Dog, it's mad people was just like, hey, what's happening? Oh, yeah. What you working on? Come work on this. Like, fam, I haven't heard from you in like 4 years. They're like, you didn't have on them 4s before.
You know how many texts we got? Like, yeah, so what you and Oracle been up to, man?
Everybody said me. You and Trez are up to something. It's too much. Man? It's too much new drippage going on. What are y'all doing?
Yeah, that's what I was like. Okay, so hey, and even I give some advice. It don't got to be expensive. You can do it super cheap. You just gotta put the effort into it. Like I would study. Like I studied how to dress better and figured out how to get it to be better. And now I feel a little bit better. You know, I still got work to do, but you know.
Hey man, you got.
I'm posting.
We got the Balenciaga on underneath the Walmart flannel.
Hey, that's how you do it. It's called the median. That's how you average. You take the high end with the, you know what I mean?
There you go.
Yeah, you in the middle. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Something like that.
Yeah, I just made that one up.
yeah, no, that's all good. It's all good.
So John Ringo Powers. I ain't gonna front, bro. You should do radio, dog. John Ringo Powers sounds like a radio announcer. Like I feel like you should do something cool. Yeah, that's a very like I don't know what you should do with that name, bro, but that's the name.
That's what I mean.
That's the name. Maybe a Ringo ate your baby. Okay. How can I get better at arrangements? Oh man, that's a great question.
Few tips for that. Number one, study great arrangements.
Mm-hmm.
Study great arrangements. I got a little sheet where I write down arrangements and also have some Ableton templates with arrangements in them, like intro X amount of bars, then verse, you know, however the arrangement is. I got like maybe 12 to 14 different arrangements that have come from like anything from hip hop songs that I like, or just well-produced songs to like soul songs, Bollywood songs, you know what I mean? And then you can just make your loop, your little 8-bar loop with a whole bunch of stuff in it, and then just kind of apply, you know, those arrangements to it and just keep trying it out.
Yeah, no, it's a vibe. That acapella is always a vibe. That's the one thing I probably do every time I make a beat, bro. Even if it's just at the end, just to hear it. It's something about having an acapella in a beat that like helps you understand where everything sits. And so every time, bro, I got a ridiculous amount of acapellas now.
Bruh, as soon as I have the basic loop, whether it's drums or melody, I'm putting an acapella to it before I do anything else. Before the second sound or second set of sounds comes in, there's an acapella going on. Yeah. Easily.
And the trick is you do different songs. You just all have them synced up. And then you could be like DJ Khaled, you know what I mean? It's like you like orchestrating this. But to me, it's like if you can make multiple songs sound good on the same beat, and it's like they all translate, they all got the same balance, the spacing's good, then to me, it's like, you know when a rapper comes on there, it's going to be easy.
Right. My neighbors think I only make posse cuts.
Oh
yeah. He plays songs and has like 8 different people on it.
Is that Meek Mill, Jay-Z, Kanye West,
and Andy Milonakis?
Right. Bro, did we have a conversation about Andy Milonakis? That's so random that you brought it up.
Yes, that's why I brought it up.
Okay,
I know who I'm talking to.
Okay,
I know who I'm talking to.
Okay.
By the way, Trizza did a song for Andy Milonakis. So don't ever pull out.
But when did we talk about this? Like recently?
I feel like the last time we talked about it twice on the show, and the last time we talked about it might have been like a month, 2 months ago.
I had a conversation with Andy Milonakis yesterday. That's what made me like. I was like, man, that's so weird. Yeah.
Now your statement was weird. My statement was all right. Your statement was weird.
You know, that's what I was like. That's so random. That's what I was like. I don't know what made you think of that. Well, okay.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's what I was.
But yeah, acapellas, bro. Like, acapellas. And what I do, Ableton gang, listen up. I don't put whole songs in there. I make clips of verses. And what I'll do is I'll just set them to loop or whatever, and then I'll set a follow action to change every 8 bars or change every 16 bars, and just go to a random clip. So it'll just play a random verse every 8, 16 bars, however I want to do it. And that makes making beats fun because you don't burn out. You know what I mean? You make a beat, you kind of get beat block, you kind of get stuck. Bro, when you throw in the acapellas and them joints just keep switching and a new artist or whatever comes on, it takes longer to get beat blocked. I ain't gonna say it won't happen, but it just takes longer to get beat blocked by doing it that way.
No, that's right. And I like to use like sometimes I'll put like the artists that I think would be on there. You know what I'm saying? Just so you can hear how they voice match. I matched the pitch of the acapella, so it's like perfect. Like this is gonna sound like a song. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Fire.
I'm just trying to think, is there any more arrangement stuff? I feel like we give arrangement gems all the time. But
yeah. Well, we just gave two big arrangement gems right there though.
Oh, and real quick, in Fruity Loops, it's I'm sure in Ableton you could do it too, but you could save like different arrangements. So you could create an arrangement and then you could just make a whole different arrangement. So I'll do it like 3 different versions. I'll do a version where it's like intro, verse, hook, you know what I mean? Then I'll do another verse where I start with the hook, then switch off and do, and then I'll kind of compare. Like I'll listen back and be like, I think I like this way better. And then kind of just go off on a tangent with that one. To me, that helped a lot because it's like, sometimes I just assume that I know the right way. And it's when you hear all 3 in comparison, sometimes you're like, oh, this actually is a smoother transition than doing it the other way. So
smart.
Yeah.
Smart. I learned how to arrange songs, or I started arranging songs on the MPC 2000. Well, kind of on the Alesis, but really when I got my MPC, and the MPC had the best song mode. It was super simple.
I love it.
Intro, play the intro once. Verse, if you had an 8-bar, whatever, play that twice. Chorus, play that once, and then you just, bruh, the best song mode ever. They actually took that away for a while, and I think they brought it back though. But I haven't arranged a song on MPC in a long time. But that was my favorite way of arranging songs. My second favorite way of arranging songs is Ableton Session View.
Hold on. Session View is the view I would use, right?
No, use the wait, no.
Clip View is the other side, and then what do you call the other side? The side that I would use.
Oh, arrangement view.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, arrangement view is the side that you use a lot. Yeah, session view is the clip side. The clip.
Okay.
And basically, the way that works is every row going across. It's think of that like a sequence on the MPC. So your top row, you just trigger that scene. It'll play all the clips on the top row. That'll be your intro. And then underneath that, you put all the clips to your chorus, and then you just trigger the scenes, and you hit record, and you could just perform by launching scenes, and it'll record your stuff into arrangement view on the other side. Yeah.
Let's see, Fiction. What's going on, Fiction?
Young Fiction.
Let's see. I do weird stuff like put the artist videos on mute and listen to a beat while the video plays to see if I can feel the connection. Ponzu, I do the same joint, bro.
Yes, sir.
Bro, I watch videos on mute of the vibe that I'm trying to make. So if I'm trying to make club stuff, my secret is I told y'all before, the Jamaican party ones where they be jumping off the stuff. I swear to you, I go on YouTube and I watch those because the energy is so crazy. You don't have to hear it. You know what I'm saying? You can just look at it and be like, yeah, they turned, bro. So I watch them joints or anime. You know what I mean? A lot of Akira, a lot of Fist of North Star. You know what I mean?
Duh, that's fire. But the fact that you pull up Poon Slam 89
featuring Macho Woman.
Facts. Like, well, I think that lady's gonna hurt that little guy.
Yeah, they be wilding, bro. But hey, the vibes be there, bro.
Facts, though.
Let's see. So I'm probably the oddball here, but I'm mostly sample-based boom bap. Would your mix course help with mixing boom bap?
Yes, and yes. For those, John, you may be early. That's John who said that, right? John, I don't know if you're new here. My heart bleeds boom bap. Deep down inside, regardless of what I've ever done and what I continue to do, I am a boom bap producer at heart. So yeah, anything that I do or am involved in, it will translate well to boom bap. And so saying all that to say, yes, you're safe. But it's funny because like, since, you know, you come up on something like those techniques, that's what you use. So no matter what I'm working on, I just always use boom bap techniques. It could be a different genre. And that's why when some people, I just think people don't mix genres enough. Like you can mix the techniques of one genre to make another genre, and just like you can use business ideas from one industry and apply them to your industry.
Those are often the best. Those would be the ones that really work.
Facts. So for people like John, since we bringing this up, like you're a boom bap producer. I don't know how often you may try to make other genres, if at all. But if you ever do, you may just be a super dope pop producer or a trap producer if you try to make those and use boom bap tactics or boom bap techniques to achieve it. You know, just might carve you out a little lane that you might not have thought of.
Like to me, when you talk about it, it makes me think of like K-Tronada. Like to me, K-Tronada is like a boom bap producer, but he uses 808s. It's very modern. It's very his 100. Own style, but it's like the roots of it all come from. You can tell he's influenced by Dilla, and you know, like he comes from that kind of club. So you know,
super vicious with the Sidechain.
Oh yeah, the means, bro. I still love Sidechain. It's still my favorite, probably most used plugin. Volume shaper. I put on everything, bro.
So, wait, so my producer mind is kind of going right now. I got two topics or two questions. Number one, when it comes to Sidechain, I'm with you. I'll use Sidechain on everything. Have you ever done? It takes longer of a volume automation instead of like using this. Not your cup of tea.
Yeah, because I'm a person that if I get too technical, I'll get caught up in doing technical stuff, and then I will get lost in the idea of making a beat. So a lot of times now I'll make the beat even if it's something wrong in there. I'll just try to get the idea out as much as possible, and then I can always go back and tweak and do different stuff. But initially, I'm always like, what's the quickest? Like, get the idea out. You know what I mean? And so doing all that automation stuff, to me, it slowed me down, bro. I'm with you on
that. I will say this: it's a cleaner result than using regular sidechain, but like you pointed out, it's not something that you do as you're making the beat. It's something you do after you made the beat. So I'll use, and this is rare. This is usually if somebody wants something that's already been made. You know, you go back in and you put the little tweaks on it when somebody want it. So if I use a regular sidechain, but then I'll go back in and maybe do some volume automation. If it's something I could do like 2 to 4 bars of and then copy it, that'll be fine. Because it's usually gonna follow the kick, and your kick pattern is not going to usually be more than 2 to 4 bars long. But it does give you a cleaner result. The second thing I was thinking about is I've never really seen a video. I'm a huge Dilla fan, and I watch Dilla tutorials, even stuff that I understand. I still just watch people talk about Dilla. No one really talks about his use of or lack of use of sidechain compression, because a lot of his stuff ducks a lot. It ducks it like you can't deny it. There's several ways that you could do it. I'm assuming, and Dilla was a Pro Tools guy. He was a Pro Tools guy. And, you know, the MPC back then, of course, there's no sidechain. But, I mean, you could put a tack on things. I used to do that a little bit on the MPC. But no one really talks about the pumping effect and how he achieves it. And there's some people that probably know that just didn't say, but they cover everything on Dilla except for that. No one's ever.
That's a very good point.
Yeah. And it's such a prominent part of his production style. Like you can't miss it, but no one talks about it.
No, that's real. Yeah, I love it, bro. And I like doing the manual stuff, but it's just, for me, sometimes it's like, I'm so like, I don't want to say ADD, but it's like a lot of times I'd be like, I'll find a preset and then I'd be like, it's a better one. And I'll keep trying. So when you draw on all that stuff, to me, it's hard for me to be flexible like that. With like a volume shape or LFO tool or one of them, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, I'm trying weird stuff. I'm like making it off on purpose to try to get a different pattern out of it. So that's kind of why I like using those plugins versus actually automating and drawing stuff in like that on those, unless it's like the final thing and I need like a very specific, you know.
But that's a really good point. Yeah, don't do that when you in the flow of making a beat. That's a very good topic. Try to avoid doing overly technical things, especially things that you know you get caught up on. Which, as a producer, there's a ton of traps for you to get caught up on. Like, you're doing this with the low cut for a million years. You got to get away from that. So here's one tip that I use to avoid getting stuck in a technical loop while making a beat. I'll start adjusting something, but once I start getting that feeling like, all right, I'm doing a little too much tweaking, I'll set a timer. And it'll be a short timer, like 60 seconds, 1 minute, no more than like 5 minutes for me to do whatever. And I always set it for a minute less than I really want. So for instance, I'm like, I'm going to have to make a decision in 3 minutes for whatever I'm adjusting. I'll set a timer for 2 minutes. If I haven't found what I'm like, if I haven't made a decision in those 2 minutes, I'll set a 1 minute timer and I force myself to make a decision and move on within that. So I don't get caught like, damn, I spent an hour or 2 hours just adjusting this one parameter.
And it sounds crazy, but that was part of my reason why I stopped using Ableton as much. But it's not really an Ableton flaw. It's more of a how I think. Because with Ableton, it's so many features that I feel like I would get caught up trying to do too much stuff. Like I would be like, "Ooh, I could do this, and then I could do this next, and then I could make a Mac." With Fruit Loops, to me, it's so like this, which in a way is like, it's the pro and con to me of Fruity Loops is that it's so like focused, and it's the pro and con of Ableton that it's so vast in a way. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
But for right now, that's what's been helping me is that it's so just a straight process. You know what I'm saying? Of just being able to be locked in on it and not getting so caught up in too technical of a stuff. Because I don't want to overthink it. And then I always could go back. Like when I sit back and I'm about to bounce stuff down to send it out, that's when I'm like being picky and like pitching a hi-hat for 20 minutes trying to get to the exact, you know what I mean? Like tuning of it. That's when I'm doing that stuff. But in the meantime, it's like, while I'm making, I'm just trying to go crazy. I'm just trying to vibe out. I'll be making 4 beats at the same time. Like I'll make one and then I get stuck and then I open the next one and go to the next one. And then I open the next and then just keep circling through them.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire. What's this chat talking about? Zulu Child said, "What up?"
Zulu, what up, bro?
I found you. Yeah, I found y'all. Yeah, we found you, bro.
What up, man?
Yeah, for sure. Triz Da Vinci, what up? He said that's a gym. I don't know what he was talking about, but yes, sir. Right.
That's my cousin.
Yo, you ever heard people say, I guess black people say it, they call you namesake? You ever heard that before? Like if y'all had the same name, what's up, namesake?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, all right. What's up?
See, Beats Music says, salute to my fellow creatives. Appreciate Tristan Sale and Oracle for always sharing gems with us. My growth has been exponentially faster with your guidance. Hold on.
My man.
My dog. He said something else. Is this basically I'm gonna recap because I can't find it, but he basically saying this is his last podcast is before his child is here. So congrats to my dog.
That's
man.
Right. Yo.
Pops, man. Papa
yes,
Diddy
sir.
Pops.
Yes, sir. Congratulations, brother. Pre-congrats.
Oh yeah, pre-cigar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go. We'll put one in the air for you when we see you.
Yes, sir. Then we
man.
I'm gonna add a hi-hat roll to something. You know what I mean? As a salute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only producer thing I can think of. It was like cool.
I like that. I was
trying. Let's see.
Zulu Child said the pumping effect that Dilla did was definitely in Won't Do. Yeah, Won't Do and a few other joints for sure.
Oh yeah. Smoking says that's where I'm at now, Chelsea, trying to pull back to technical a bit and really get back to just creating.
Yeah.
Bro, that's what it's crazy because I feel like Tim and Polo are like that. And I don't know this like firsthand, but I'm just me watching videos and stuff. Like I used to always watch this a video of Tim and Danger and Justin Timberlake and they just jamming out. It's like they're freestyling, right? And it's just a vibe, but they record everything down. And I remember seeing Polo would be in sessions, and even if they were just playing around, everything would be recorded down. Like they would just vibe for a while. Everybody's just playing stuff, and then they would just loop one little section and then build it out. So it's like, yo, don't get too consumed with sound design and technical stuff. You know what I mean? Just like,
yeah, you shouldn't do those together. Yeah. That's a way to invite beat block. Like beat block will happen to you naturally, but the more technical you are while you're making a beat, that's going to invite beat block. The more sound selection that you're doing while you're making a beat, that's going to invite beat block. And it's funny that you pointed out like the Tim and Polo techniques. I learned a lot about being around them from being around them for a lot of years. Is it pays to have an engineer there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Polo will have whoever. I know Tim will have Chris. And you just sit and you could just make stuff, and the engineer's gonna record, like you said, record everything. Maybe even like, you know, move some stuff around, like get the loops, you know, all that good stuff. And all you focus on is creating. And that's what made me remember I did the whole AI thing where you talk to it, and that's why I even did that after being around them and seeing that. And I didn't have an engineer like in my house. I'm like, well, if I could turn my computer into at least half of what they do, like, you know, record this, loop this, chop that, move that, just by saying it. Yeah, and it worked out.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, so shout out to them, man, because that was a game changer seeing that.
Bro, I want a session so bad. I think I'm gonna go to rent out a session soon, so I'll let you know. But yeah, I want to get like a couple musicians and just vibe out, like one songwriter and a couple musicians, and then just record down, just like we just freestyle and just make up ideas and then go back and polish them up. Facts. But to me that's always the most fun, of just having like a couple people and just like one person on drums, one person on keyboard, and just start making up random ideas and then just go.
Yeah. You have somebody there to record it. That's the thing. Yeah, that's having somebody there to record it. Bro, I used to there was a spot called Earth Shaking Music. It probably still exists. Yeah. They had studios. I know they switched locations, but at the old location, they had 2 studios. And you could get a tracking engineer with that. And that used to be like one of my little dip off low spots when I make like percussion loops and all that. Because they would let me use the stuff in the store without buying it. I would buy a lot of stuff from there. So if I wanted just to use something for my session, they'd be cool with it. And I would just have the engineer like, yo, just record. And all I need is a mic and whatever I had. And I would just record a whole bunch of stuff for 2 hours. And they were relatively inexpensive. And that's how I would make a whole lot of percussion loops. But yo, having an engineer there to record you, woo,
engineer's MVP.
Oh, for sure. Shout out to all my engineers everywhere, man. And shout out to my engineer, Young Realistic, for sure.
Yes, sir. That boy going crazy.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. So yeah, I gotta stop myself from overthinking, bro. Me too. Me too.
Carve out time for that. Like, I have days or times where I'm like, yo, I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna make a template, or I'm gonna make my template better. Or like if you find yourself getting stuck on something technical while making a beat, just be like, yo, tomorrow or whatever day, I'm gonna pick an hour where I come back and I focus on only this one thing and give it the attention that it needs. And that frees your mind up in that moment for you to continue doing what you're doing. Otherwise, you don't have a plan to fix it. The fact that it's not fixed is bothering you and you get stuck there. But if you're like, yo, I'm gonna fix this whatever day, now you're freed up to move along.
Right. You know, it's weird, bro. What's been working for me lately is like, you know how in marketing, they say you don't advertise the features, you advertise the solution benefits that you bring, or the benefits, right? Yeah. So even for myself, it's like I've been looking at what I know I won't be consistent on and then trying to solve that problem before I even, you know what I'm saying? Like with the content, my issue was with content is I felt like I never could be consistent, right? Because it's just like, I felt like it was such a hassle, like, right? Or like I couldn't get, like if I'm taking pictures, how do I get it to turn out the way I see it in my head? Like with making beats, the hard part of making beats is figuring out how to get from your head to actually to the DAW, and it makes how you want it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I knew those were my issues. So I figured out each little step that I knew I was gonna get hung up on, and then found somebody to teach me how to do that step. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, I don't really have an objection anymore. I can't really have an objection. So I basically I'm marketing to myself in a way, which sounds weird when I say it, but it's been working.
It's kind of genius, actually, bro.
It's been working. So I'm trying to do this with everything. So wish me luck, guys, because
yes, sir.
As Terrence Howard says, it's hard out here for a pimp when he's trying to get the money for the rent.
Yeah, we'll get to that too. Let's see. Zulu Child said, Sound Oracle, I need to talk to you about that AI. You've mentioned it on here before. Okay. Yeah, for sure. I think I'm just now starting to understand what you're talking about. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and you know about Cliff. It was a whole bunch of Cliff X and all that back
Yeah.
then. I know Zulu know about Cliff X and Trezor, you seen me. But you know, Cliff X don't work anymore, but there's another way to get
really?
that type of stuff off. Yeah, once they came out with Ableton 10 and Native Control, who makes Cliff X, they just kind of started working with Ableton. So they're no longer supported as a third-party thing. They just kind of work under Ableton now. So Cliff X is out.
Yeah, no, that's real. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. People really underestimate how much sound selection gets in the way of beat making session, bro.
Yes, indeed.
Especially me. I spent 20 minutes working on a pad trying to get the attack like perfect. I was like, oh, that's right. Then I'm like, no, that's not right. That's not right.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. I had to force myself to like, all right, I know I'm gonna do this. So how do I stop myself from doing this? And keep it pushing.
Smart. Smoking Aces said I have to do that with my housekeeping stuff, like organizing files and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bro, for sure. Like just set out time. And to be honest with you, and like not downtimes, but it's times where you want to do something creative, but you're like, I either got beat block, I don't want to make a beat, or just whatever it is, that's the time to do stuff like that. Oh man. Yeah. Because you got the energy for it, but you don't necessarily have to be very creative when you're doing like housekeeping stuff and organizational stuff. So it's very tactical, and you still get to use your energy and you still feel accomplished because you're doing something that's going to help you with your career and what you do anyway.
Exactly. Let's see.
Sir.
Did you
Fiction,
see Drake?
Good luck, Trezor.
Oh, thank you, Fiction. You see Drake and Kanye squash their beef?
I did.
That's how you know Jake Prince that dude, bro. Because I would have never thought this would happen. But hey, I hope I get some music from it. That's all I care about. Give me some music.
Yeah. Shout out to Jay Prince. Shout out to Larry Hoover.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, because it's for a bigger cause, but that bigger cause is actually helping to squash a beef, a smaller beef. Yeah. So yeah.
Like, what if we could get like a Watch the Throne, but it's like Jay, Drake, and Kanye? Like, you know how great how immaculate that would be, bro?
Dog, that's gonna be fire. But I'm gonna tell you what, that's gonna piss me off if that ever happened. Because to me, that album, I haven't heard it yet. Let's assume it existed. That album should be played at maximum value as much as possible for at least 365 days, and it will only get 36 days of respect before people start calling it old. And then I think I'm gonna have to go off.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if that don't get respect, I don't know what will.
Yeah, it's tough out here for the stuff out here. Bro, did you see how much Adele sold, bro?
$850 the first week.
Bro, I said I'm about to make nothing but Adele type beats. Forget what y'all heard, bro. I'm going crazy. Ballads all day, dog.
Facts. Young Adele. Oh, speaking of Adele, it's reminding me, Spotify's doing these Spotify end of year wrap ups. I know you see everybody posting their numbers and all that. And that's really dope. Can you guess the number one? I guess it's for the chat. Can y'all guess the number one streamed song? The number one streamed song in America, because it's international and it's American.
Number one streamed song,
or the number one streamed artist.
I'm guessing Drake is in there, or NBA YoungBoy, which is wild. I'm guessing one of them two. That's my guess.
Drake is number 3. Number 2 or number 3? I think he's number 3. He's number 3. Yeah, you killed it with that. Number 2, Taylor Swift.
Not surprised. That makes sense.
But do you know who number 1 is? Actually, no. Damn, I'm messing up. The top 4. I know Drake is either 3 or 4. Taylor Swift is number 2. And 3 or 4 is between, I think Drake is 4 and BTS is 3.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm not surprised by that either.
Yeah.
Right, who's number 1?
Hold on, let's see if anybody.
Yeah, BTS getting them numbers, bro.
I thought they might have been number 1, but then I found out who number 1 was, and it made more sense. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna give a couple more seconds. All right, so the number 1 streamed artist, at least in America. And I think she might be number one nationally and has a number one song. Olivia, what you call it?
Oh yeah, not surprising.
That
Not
song.
surprising.
What's the song? I forgot the song.
The Paramore song. Da, 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 and I'm staring at the whole I was so confused when I heard the song first. I was like, did somebody remix Paramore? How did they? But I mean, hey, I understand. It's you ever see stuff and you understand why it works.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's like angsty teenage music, which I had.
Yep.
You know what I mean? When I was growing up, it's the same vibes. You know what I mean? Nirvana is that. You know what I mean? For kids, so it's like that for young girls. Oh, it's going crazy.
Yeah,
slaps.
Bro, she's killing it.
She slapped.
All right, so hold on. Let me do a time check. We'll see where we are. All right, we're not too bad. We almost coming up on the first hour in 20 minutes. So speaking of slaps, we're talking about verses. We're talking about verses.
Oh man, dog. I tuned in at the right time. Hold on.
I'm giving myself that for the transition of slaps.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. I tuned in right at the slap. Right. And I was so confused. Confused.
It wasn't awesome, but it was awesome. And that's around the time me and you start texting.
Bro.
We start texting furiously at that point.
First of all, if I remember having this discussion and people were saying Bone Thugs and Harmony is going to take this battle. Where are you guys now? Please let me know, because that was.
How did they think that?
I don't, but dog, it was bad. That was that was one-sided, like how, who was it? Was Scott Storch? Who was it that had a one-sided one? It was Manny Fresh and Scott Storch. I didn't see that one. Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
It was kind of like that, where this is very one-sided. You know what I mean? Yeah. And
fam.
Yeah, it was a lot going on.
Shout out to Bone. Bone is a bigger group.
Oh, yeah.
But you gotta think, when you say Bone, the average person, probably not a lot of you guys. I know y'all are Bone connoisseurs in here. Pause. But when you think of Bone Thugs and Harmony, after like 6 songs, you kind of run out.
No, I'm a DJ. I can name you a hot 5, and that's it, bro.
And it's all the ones that were like Billboard 100. And those are great. Some of the biggest songs we'll ever hear in our life. The difference between them and 3 6 Mafia is, okay, 3 6 Mafia songs, even if you can only name 3, 4, 5, they'll play more songs. You'd be like, oh shit, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. I forgot about it. Whereas Bone plays other songs outside of that 3, 4, 5 that you're like, I never heard this. I don't know this. I don't know. Last night, Bone, you could tell they reserved those 5 to 6 songs for the very end, the big songs. Whereas 3 6 Mafia came out immediately. They played heat from song 1. Every song they played, I knew and forgot that I knew. 90% of the songs that Bone played up until a certain point, I was like, yo, I've never heard this song before in my life.
Bro, I had no clue half those songs. And then I never realized, it's so weird, bro, of how, like, it's gonna sound like I'm hating on Bone. I don't want it to be like this, because respect to them, because they're a legendary group. But how people talk about how trap music sounds the same, bro. Them Bone Thugs and Harmony, so it's like 5 songs. It's literally the same beat, dog. They just transposed. Dog, it's the exact same beat.
You was killing me, bro.
Bro,
you was killing me with that.
It was one I called For the Love of Pesos, because they sound just like For the Love of Money. It was the same For the Love of Money beat. It just pitched out. I'm like, bro, how did we not notice this?
Yeah. Also, Bone's formula, for the most part, was like, yo, any early to mid 80s radio hit around this BPM range by Black artists, that's what we're going to sample. Dog, all the famous Black R&B from the mid 80s, like the ballady type joints, that's all their samples. So even the songs that they were playing, I'm like, I never heard that song before. I'm like, oh, that's the sample to this. That's the sample to that. And it makes perfectly good sense. So DJ Unique, I believe, is who did most of their beats. Shout out to him. He had a little formula and it worked. But Bone, their music is for when you got absolutely too high and there's nothing you can do but just listen to Bone.
I just feel like you got to be driving like 35, creeping through a neighborhood, listening to Bones. You know what I mean? A lot of them songs he play, I just felt like I needed to be doing a caper. You know what I mean? I don't even know. It's rare that I could use the word caper. You know what I'm saying? So that's how.
That is true. Points.
I feel proud that I got that one off, but that's what I feel like I should be doing, listening to that. You know what I mean? It's the tempo. That's what it is. It's hard to be. That's what the reason why Diddy is going to be such a problem. Because the tempo, no matter who you are, if you play a slow song, Diddy going to come. Everything Diddy got is up tempo. He going to kill you with tempo, bro. And that's how 3 6 Mafia. Everything they play, up tempo.
It was, and it just the energy was different. This So to go to a boom bap versus Big Daddy Kane versus KRS-One, and I'm the hugest Big Daddy Kane fan in the world. That's my guy. But the KRS-One music, it was a certain energy. It just all had more energy to it, and that was last night. Like Bone would play a song, that song's smoked out, burnt out. Like you chilling, you got a vibe. You like I said, you just too high. 3 6 come on, bruh. You ready to like work out or fight or I don't know, bro. It's just the energy behind it.
It's way different.
And 3 6 music aged so much better. Bro,
Juicy J, man, shout out to him, dog. Because he would play songs from like the early thousands. Yeah. And it sounds just like a song right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can see how much he influenced production and like his sound and like, I mean, DJ Paul, like all of them, like, when they play side to side, it's funny because I've seen kids in there talking about like they only knew the Sway Lee version, which is so weird to me. It's like, bro, that's so crazy. But the 3 6 Mafia version to me is just as tough, if not tougher. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, and it was simple, man. It was like it was soul samples with early trap drums. Like just early trap drum, basically like the trap drums that came off the straight drum machines or whatever they were listening to down there. The formula was there. It was all around a certain tempo, but it just worked. And not only did it work, like you said, it kind of birthed what we're hearing now. So since it did that, it fits now. It sounds current. Song came out 15, 20, 25 years ago. Sounds so current right now. The drum patterns, hella simple. It's just drum selection, simple pattern, soul sample, hard ass lyrics, hit. They just ran that shit a million times over and over and over.
Juicy J said he wrote Slob on My Knob in high school. And
11th grade.
They said Juicy J is about to be 50 at verses. So you write a rap song that's still relevant now. I could play that in the club right now and everybody goes crazy.
And it's going to sound current. I think Juicy J is 46.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, he's 46.
That's crazy.
Bruh.
To think that Bone 3 6, all of them started around the same time. And that, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and it's, again, it sounds like I'm dissing Bone, but I'm not saying it. But just to show, like, how relevant and, like, timeless 3 6 Mafia sound is like, they've been current throughout this whole time to me. And, like, you know, Bone had their breaks and, of course, being busy Bone. I'm like, come on, dog. Why, bro? Why'd you do that, dog?
Damn. So, okay, let's first of all, you said Bone had their breaks. There's a Broken Bone joke in there somewhere. By the way, that should have been their next member, Broken Bone. They didn't have a Broken Bone.
What's the bigger dude with the cornrows?
Big Bone.
He seemed like the most like level-headed. He just seemed like he just chilling. He's like, come on.
The one that had on like the black
he just looked like, bro, y'all messing up the bag. Come on, dog. Chill out, man. I'm trying to get this money and go home. That's what the vibe he was on. Like, come on, dog.
Right. So yeah, let's get right to the shits. Young Busy Bone. Fam, I don't know. He wild out. So for those that didn't see, I guess we could recap. I think they were on maybe like the 5th or 6th song. Around that point, somewhere in there, and he went off about how they were talking about 3 6 Mafia were mocking him as he rapped. You know, it's a verses. You gonna kind of poke and rib at each other a little bit, but he didn't like it. He started saying some super disrespectful shit. He said something about Gangsta Boo, and he threw some shit. Was it a water bottle or something? Was it? Yeah, he threw. Yeah.
And I'm not Gangsta Boo and LaChat are two women that I'm cool on messing with. I'm not about to mess with them.
Yeah.
If anybody,
Yeah.
if I believe someone got hands, I believe LaChat and Gangsta Boo got hands. Off rip.
They do seem like the women that will come behind you at the gym after you get off the weight bench and up the weight that you were lifting before they lift. Yeah.
That's the person you want to be your big sis, but hate when they on the other side. If they on the other team, oh yeah, you don't want them issues. You don't want that smoke. But if that's your cuz, that's your, oh yeah, we good. Well, I'm cool. Ain't got no issues. You know what I mean?
Facts, but yeah, homie wild out, so a little scuffle ensued early.
And Juicy J was about the life. Juicy J was about it.
Oh yeah, he came over there and he looked like he had a bomb strapped to his chest already. Anyway, I don't know what he had on, but that John definitely looked like he should be on a no-fly list. But yeah, you don't want to mess with that dude. So yeah, a little scuffle ensued, and they ended up clearing the stage. And surprisingly, the show resumed. Maybe 5-6 minutes afterwards, but everybody came back except for Busy Bone, and Bone was like, "Nah, we don't even rock with him. Sorry, y'all." They was not they was not riding with him at all. They're like, "Yo, whatever he did, that's on him.
Yeah,
y'all know he the one that's always in the headlines, always starting some shit.
We don't condone
any of that."
That was a speech. You know he mean well. He just tried. That was like, oh man, I felt bad.
On some serious shit, I think homie needs some help. But people were saying that for years. But he ended up coming back and joining them, and him and Juicy J and they piece it up. But you know how you piece it up with somebody and you just like, I'm gonna piece it up for the sake of piecing it up. But for real,
oh yeah,
that was some bullshit that you just did.
Yeah, outside of this, I would fight you, but politically, we're gonna get through this and get this money.
Because this is a bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was kind of wild. Hey, listen, fuck what you heard. 3-6 crushed it. They won, and you see, Swiss had a couple things to say.
Oh yeah, he was going off on them.
I can only imagine who he was talking about.
Yeah, he's just talking about like you ain't had a show in 23 summers, and then you want to try to tax and say yesterday's price ain't today's price, and
talking about I'm not going on until my homie from prison can call and do the prayer. I'm like, fam,
yo, that's wild.
Y'all wild.
That's wild. But super wild. I was talking to my brother, and dog, it's so true. These older artists, if they got on, that talent stayed through the test of time. That girl that sung on the For the Love of Money, bro, she sounded just like the record, dog. Like, I'm sure she ain't really been out. I mean, she probably just living life and, enjoying. Dog, she sounded exactly like the record, bro. It's like she don't miss it. All of those older artists never miss a step, bro. It's like the talent never leaves them.
A lot of that, especially the singers, because they started before auto-tune. So
they had to get it right.
At that point, if someone tapped you to be on a record because you could sing, it's because you could really sing. It's not because you did a song that they heard that you sounded good on the song. Like, no, you could actually sing. Because now you could do a song that sounds awesome, right, but that don't mean you can sing at all.
Exactly.
They need to tap the artist and the engineer to get that now. But did you hear the story about how she ended up being on the song?
Mm-hmm.
They already had the song recorded. They were at the studio with Easy, and they went outside for a smoke break, and she just walked up on the street and was like, what is this building? And they were like, it's a recording studio. And she was like, I could sing. And they were like, all right, well, go ahead and sing. And she sang for them. And they were like, come in. We want you to get on this song. She was like, all right. And she came in, and they introduced her to Easy. Easy's, Easy was Easy. Like, man, who the fuck is it, man? Get her out of here or whatever. They're like, no, you need to hear. So they put the beat on, and she sang, and he was like, yo, oh no, get in there and do this. And that's how she ended up on the song, bro.
How do you walk into a placement? I need that kind of I'm about to ask what every building is.
A classic placement that will never go
legendary.
Jeez. Yes, that's how she ended up on the song, bro. That's so crazy. And Crazy Bone told that on his Drink Champs interview, which was maybe 2 months ago. So if you haven't checked it out, go check that joint out.
Yeah, I think it's just tempos, bro. I think that's the difference when I realized, like, what was going on. It's just like it's certain tempos I just don't really gravitate to. It's certain tempos that I love. And it's like when music is in those pockets, then I don't really vibe to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yo, it's funny. A lot of Bone, because some 3-6 stuff and some Bone stuff, the tempos might have been similar, but it get down to the intricacies. But I was looking at the drum pad. Yes, exactly. So like on a lot of Bone stuff, it'll be kick, and then you don't hear another kick until the next snare. It's super open, but not so much open as it is like lazy, laid back. Whereas 3-6 Mafia, it's more kicks. It's more of a bounce. Like you're gonna hear another kick before the first snare comes in. Maybe, I don't know. And it's always the 16th hi-hat. The straight 16th hi-hat. The drums are always harder. Bone had like R&B drums because they had an R&B sound. They did a lot of singing and crooning. They sampled a lot of 80s R&B. They had more of R&B sound with R&B musical drums. 3-6 Mafia was like, no, we use the samples and our drums sound like MPC sampled sequenced drums, where Bone sound more like you got a band, like musicians in there, not so much a band, but musicians. And so it was like, I was like Kenny G versus Mr. T, man. Like it was just hardcore energy over here and laid back energy over here. It was a mismatch.
And they brought out Terrence Howard. So how did you
did that? Fam, they brought out Terrence Howard. They brought Lil Wayne. They brought out 8 Ball and MJG.
That was great to see, though. That was always good.
Bruh, they brought out Project Pat.
Always great. One of my favorite rappers of all time.
Fact.
One of the greatest, dog. I love Project Pat.
Bone brought out one great person outside of the chick that sang. They brought out Lil Jon.
Oh, that
was like the hardest song they played, like the most energetic song they played.
I love that record too. I forgot that was their record, bro.
Yeah,
Lil Jon snap, bro. Lil Jon had a legendary producer run, bro. Like in the books of probably one of the greatest of all time producer runs,
easily.
Because he's still going. That's the crazy thing. He's still. It's not like he stopped. He's still active and still creating music, bro. But like, influence decades of sounds. The change went to pop. Influenced years of that. Went to EDM. Changed that. That's a run, bro.
All while being an Atlanta pioneer and staple.
Oh yeah, and making all the bass music back. And bro, I ain't gonna front. His son, fire, bro. With DJ.
Really?
He got a son, bro. As a DJ, cold, bro. I think he make beats too, but I saw a DJ set from him. We played on the same ticket one time, bro. Cold, bro. He was going crazy.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to Lil Jon, man. I got a special place in my heart for Lil Jon, man. I think I told my Lil Jon story on here before. I'll tell it another time. Again. But yeah. That versus was crazy though.
Oh yeah.
That versus was super crazy.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to feel that way. For me, it was kind of lopsided because it's like all the 3-6 Mafia songs, but I knew this was how I was gonna be coming in. I've always been a huge 3-6 Mafia fan. Bone, not so much. It was like I only cared about half of it. You know what I mean? It was kind of like,
It was like Bone was interrupting your 3-6 concert.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man, get him out of here.
Yeah.
And I know people didn't like the Juicy J played the Dark Horse, the Katy Perry record. But again, if you do a Katy Perry record, you have to play that. You have to do it. If you went Diamond, you kind of got to play that record. You know what I mean?
I'm playing it. I'm playing it. You're lucky I don't play it twice.
Yeah, I don't care what you think. I'm running that joint through. Yeah.
I like how Bone brought out Lil Jon, but 3-6 ended up playing a song with Lil Jon on it like a little while later. Anyway.
Lil Jon was like, sorry guys.
Yeah, kind of permanent quarterback in this situation.
Terrence Howard from Cleveland, but he's like, yeah, I won the Oscar with them. I made millions with these guys. So
That's a fact.
I'm gonna come over here. Sorry.
Yeah, because it was a whole big thing about, sorry, y'all. I'm from where you're from, but I got an Oscar with these dudes. So you know what it is, man.
Look, mine. That Terrence Howard rapping, bro, I was crying, laughing, dog. I was over here in tears laughing at that.
He did
you ain't know. You ain't know. Yeah, mine. He forgot half the words. My dog, he gave the ultimate uncle vibes. Like, I just was waiting for a grill to magically appear beside him because he just gave off so many uncle vibes. You know what I mean?
Fam, he looked like an uncle and an actor that's part of a rap concert. He forgot lyrics, and in his mind, he wasn't even like, I forgot the lyrics. He was like, "What's my line?" I could just, he had that "What's my line" look in his eyes, like, damn, what was my line right now?
Director.
Facts. That's how you know he acting. He didn't even look like he forgot lyrics. Like, damn, man, I messed my scene up.
Yeah, that was a wild one. Yeah, that was a good one though. The Lil Wayne sighting was good.
Yeah. Wayne killed it. Man, look, shout out to 3-6. Shout out to Bone too.
Oh yeah.
But it was an L for Bone. I'm not even gonna lie.
Everybody was like, Mariah's gonna come out. I was like, if I know one thing, Mariah Carey is not coming out to this damn.
Facts. But I did say, I was like, they're going into that Mariah bag.
Oh yeah, you got to. That's again, if you got a Mariah Carey record, you gotta play it. You gotta get that one off. You know what I mean?
Fact. They didn't even want to do that record. They almost didn't go to the session.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they was so, everybody had that story like, yo, we had just started winning. We just started getting it. And we didn't realize like how big we were. We didn't know how big she was. Somebody's like, we want you to be on this Mariah song. They're like, who is that? Maybe. It's one of them type of things. But looking back, like they were happy that they did it, obviously.
So I wonder, is it going to be a theme of people creating more like Christmas songs?
I hope not.
But you got to think about it, bro. If you win at a Christmas song, you're in there for years. Every year you're guaranteed a check. Think about 69 Boy. That what you gonna get for Christmas? Every year, check.
True.
Mariah Carey, check. Every year. Boys and Men, check. Every year.
You know what it is though? The longer time goes on, the newer the Christmas song, the worse it is. Just in my personal opinion. Like I heard a new Christmas song the other day. I was like,
I feel like it is harder to make a
trap auto-tune Christmas. Not hitting for me.
It's hard to make a slap Christmas song though. I had thought about this the other day, bro. Because to me, it's hard to make happy beats that don't sound corny. Do you understand what I mean by that? Like when you make everything sounds happy. It's like, to me, it's easy to sound like corny. The 100%. Best person to me that makes happy beats that never sound corny is Battle Cat. If you listen to like every Battle Cat like happy song, bro, it's incredible. But like, what is it, Lucy Pearl You? Bro, it's like the happiest beat, bro. But I would have never. It's like when you think about it,
still hard though.
Yeah, it's so gangster, bro. But it's like the chords, everything is so happy about it. I was like, bro, that's an art within itself to be able to make super happy beats that gangster. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Shout out to the legend Battle Cat, bro. Because you're right. Bro, you reminded me of something. And I wrote this down somewhere. It's not in the notes for today's show. But I realized too, and tell me if I'm alone on this. I don't like I don't like happy rap. Number one. I don't like happy rap. And I don't like struggle rap. I realize that about myself. Yeah. I do not like struggle rap. Grew up, roaches in the cereal box. Now I made it, driving the Maybach, whatever. I do not like struggle rap.
Yeah, that's like Rod Wave. It's like he's like the Hood Adele to me. It's like I know it's good, but I can't listen to it because it's so damn depressing, bro. Like I don't want to hear songs about how many times I've been broke. I know I've been broke. I don't need to be reminded that I've been broke. I got plenty of stuff to remind me about me being broke. I
got the lack of receipts to prove it.
Yeah, I got years of growing up in the hood to prove about being broke. Like, come on, man. All the ramen noodles out of eight. I know about that. I don't need to remind that. Tell me about how to make the money.
I do not like it, bro. I do not like struggle rap. I heard a struggle rap the other day, and I was like, enough of this shit. And I just realized I hate this shit. I just don't like it.
Have you heard of Money Man?
No.
So Money Man raps about like crypto and like investments, but he be rapping on some real traps. I'm like,
that's kind of fire. That's fire.
It's like, now we're talking. He over here talking about like NFTs and Bitcoin. I was like, this is my kind of rap.
That's fire. Yes. Oh man. All right. I feel like we've been neglecting the chat.
Okay, let's see what we got.
What we got jumping in?
Let's see. 3-6 Mafia is just more likable.
Facts.
Yeah, I could. Man, I was so happy to see Crunchy Black. I just wanted Crunchy Black to do the dance. That's all I needed.
That's all everybody talked about.
That's all I wanted, man. You gotta understand that Riding Spinners video with the shoes with the spinners in it. Come on, dog. Legendary.
I was happy they hit that song too.
Oh yeah, legendary.
Wait, driver's license. Yes. Thank you. Wait, hold on. I am Brahms. Yeah. Olivia Rodrigo. Whatever last name. Yeah, Rodrigo. Her the song is Driver's License. Driver's License. That was his joint that fam. That was like the most. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying those songs kind of slap though. It's like because I kept hearing about it and I was like, let me listen to see if I get it. And then I heard I was like, oh, I get it. I understand. It was just hard.
I may be wrong because I heard the list this morning. I meant to write it down, but I didn't. So I'm going off the top. But I think that might be the most streamed song in the country and international.
Oh yeah, I believe it. No, children listen to stuff obsessively. Like I thought I was bad dog. My daughter listens to the same 10 songs. And if you add any song out of that rotation, she go crazy. She gets so upset. It's like the same 10 songs, bro. She'll play them things over and over. So I believe it, dog. Anything with kids, they gonna run them numbers up, dog.
100. But yeah, 3-6 is definitely more likable. Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy. I was just like, man, how did Gucci and Jeezy not fight and then they fall? That's the part that I'm like, if anybody that you could think of that would fight and it made sense would be Gucci and Jeezy.
Yeah,
and they were adults and very, I mean, adult-ish at times. Adult-ish, you know what I mean? But they made it through, you know what I mean? But it's like, come on, dog. I know Swiss is mad. Like, he like, y'all about to mess up all this money. Lil Wayne probably like, bro, I ain't come out here for nothing. You know, I barely show up.
That was one of the reasons why, because I was like, yo, is this show over? I was like, I'd be surprised if they got it back together. And they did get it back together. And I'm happy they did because as the show went on, you're like, oh, damn, they had some people in the back that would have been heated that they came and the show didn't happen. I think Terrence Howard showed up, Lil Wayne showed up, like Lil Jon, a lot of people showed up. Yeah, so, yeah.
Zulu says that Xmas Sprite commercial with drum slap. No, that's another one.
True.
He gonna catch that residual every year. You gonna see that little check. He gonna see that commercial and that little check gonna come through.
Somebody gonna get a new one that slap every year.
Yeah, I feel like what you gotta do is you gotta get somebody gotta do a party one like the 69 Boys. Is it 69 Boys that make that one? What you gonna get for Christmas?
What's the 69 Boys?
I don't know, but y'all know who I mean. They're 69 Boys adjacent. They're in that realm, but like that's a fun one. Is always like cool. So we need to make like a turn up party one, and then they're gonna play every year. Okay,
I'm with it. Let's do it.
If someone out of the podcast does that, just give me. I just need 7 on the publishing.
700. 700.
7 on the publishing. Let me get 7% on the publisher. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't even want the 10. Just give me 7. Solid 7.
Something. Just a little something. Yeah. No, that's fire. Well, you know what I wanted to point out? There's a producer superpower that I don't know if a lot of us realize that we have. And as producers, I try to point out the fact that there's a lot of things that we can do that other people cannot do. A lot of things that you can do that other people can't do. Number one, I thought the other day, I saw a piano roll with a drum pattern in it, drawn in it, and I could hear it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and as a producer, I don't know if you all pat yourself on the back a lot, or if you realize you can do things that other people can't do. But the average person look at that and they see a lot of dots. As a producer, you can look at that and you can hear the beat. Pat yourself on the damn back. Not everybody could do that.
Magic.
Yeah, you just see that joint, you're like, oh, all right. That joint all right. Okay.
No, sometimes I be seeing people Fruit Loop pattern like, oh, I know what you're doing. Yeah, I feel you. That's a hard drum pattern.
That's some shit that not everybody can do. So if there's anybody that's down out there, like, man, doubting your abilities, just realize you can do that. And 99.999% of the people in the world cannot do that.
That is very true.
Yeah. So shout out to you, man. It's air horns for you.
That is very true. That's facts.
Definitely. All right,
take
so
that,
as my
people who can draw, no.
Take that, people. Yo, that's a fact because I can't draw worth shit. I imagine that you could draw a little bit, at least a little bit.
I'm decent because you know
you're an artsy guy. In my mind, you got like some dope sketches but you just don't sketch.
I ain't gonna front, dog. So my daughter loves to draw, and it's my excuse to draw. So I be coloring all the time. I'd be coloring pencil shorty. She'd be like, "You want to draw?" I'm like, "Yes." I mean, yeah, sure. Let's go.
Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do.
Draw popsicles today. Let's go.
About to draw shit on some shit. But yo, that's a fact. So also, as I'm thinking about that, my producer mind starts going, and I'm wondering, has anyone ever tried to make timeless music? Now I know like timeless music and timeless songs are usually just something that happened. You know what I mean? People record for years and years, and every now and again you come across, you make a timeless song. I understand it's not like a formula to it. However, do you think there's ever been a producer, or have you ever tried to make timeless music yourself? And do you think that if that was your goal, like you just studied timeless music and then just started to like put your own little sound together based off of studying timeless music, do you think that you're more prone to make good timeless music than just the average good producer that may stumble upon a timeless song? You know, I don't know if anyone's ever taken that approach to like making timeless music on purpose.
I mean, okay. All right, I feel like I'm gonna mess up my thought process in saying this.
This whole topic is very messy, and I know we will get a lot of people to have a lot of different opinions on this, but yeah,
I feel like it's like almost a danger in chasing after that. Like I feel like it's good to have standards, but then I feel like it's I'm trying to explain, but I feel like it could get you caught in trying to chase after something that's such a hard thing to chase after, bro. Like you know what I mean? It's like I feel like it's almost easier just to create and then just hope it finds a home. Just make the best music you can and just because trying to chase out, I just feel like with your ego, it's gonna mess with your like self-esteem so bad trying to do that. You know what I mean?
I think that's the ultimate level of producer or artist. Like, I believe that there are people out there that do like, okay, let me think of somebody real quick. Ed Sheeran, to me, he might be one of those types of people.
Right.
It's like, no, timeless song. I can make you a timeless song right now. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just
yeah. And I think it's harder for us because I don't know if 808s and like a lot of what we do is necessarily timeless.
No.
Like Ed Sheeran, a guitar is timeless. A guy singing with a guitar throughout history, that's always worked. 808s have been always worked throughout history. So it's still kind of
the more musicianship you have, the better chance of timeless music.
Yeah. It's tricky though. Because I feel like, I mean, we all want to make music that transcends and lives forever. But then at the same time, I feel like if you like, I'm only going to make timeless beats, then you kind of setting yourself up for a weird, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna find somebody that like makes that an art. Like they're like, nah, I study and now I can execute timeless music every time. I don't think that person exists, but hey.
I mean, Max Martin is like the closest I can think of.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Like a formula, consistent. He done had a bunch of hits.
Yeah, facts. So since our chat is full of dope producers today, I just want to give y'all a reminder that your posture is terrible.
Oh yeah.
Listen, I've been not looking on Instagram. It's things I noticed. Hitting the chiropractor like I should because it was pointed out my posture was terrible.
I thought you
and
said
one
you
day,
the chiropractor videos on TikTok. I was gonna say, you went down that rabbit hole.
Watching the chiropractor videos. But no, every now and again I'll be out and I'll see like an older dude and he'll be walking like a shrimp, like a little bent over, and I'm like, I don't want to walk like that when I'm old.
Yeah.
But I also, so being aware of that, I looked at how I sit and the things I do on a regular basis. And I'm be like, oh, I won't even have to be old before I start walking like that if I don't do some shit, right? So I start hitting the chiropractor I try to go every week. My wife goes every week. I might go every other week. But producers, start hitting the chiropractor. Because for real, we got the worst posture, the worst habits, the worst.
We like this all day.
All of this. Start hitting the chiropractor, start stretching, start paying attention to your posture, get you I'll bring one next week. It's one in the back room, but I'm not going to get up to get it. I got a couple like foam rollers you can lay on, get your spine straight, all that type of stuff. But honestly, we are all on the road to walking like a bunch of baby Gulf shrimp. So just get your spine right. And in order to facilitate helping you get your spine right, I just had the idea that during the Christmas holiday, whatever I do during the Christmas holiday, I think I'm gonna give away some more chairs, some more of these chairs to help get your posture right. Because I don't know if people notice, but when I sit in my chair, it's not back at all. My chair is straight up and down. Like it's as far up and down as you can go, and that kind of helps with my posture. But I know a lot of people out there, you got the old folded chair from the church. You know, you kind of sitting on the couch. You might even be sitting on the stool without a back or sides or bottom. Don't even worry about it. Christmas holiday, I'm gonna give away, I don't know, maybe two, 3 of these joints. So, but even if you don't get a chair, just start thinking about your posture. Start hitting the chiropractor. There's a $20 chiropractic in almost every major city. Look in your city, you probably have a $20 chiropractor every visit. $20. You can go once a month. You know, just get lined up, man, because you know I want us to stand tall, stand proud, not be looking crazy like the people I see limping down the street looking crazy.
And if the chiropractor is trying to make a TikTok out of you, just go to another one.
That's a fact.
Bro, they be doing some wild stuff, bro. They be like, I'm gonna tie this rope around your neck and drag you across the room. And everything's gonna crack in your neck. I was like, bro, this can't be healthy, bro. This don't look safe at all.
Fam, that just be working the chiropractor. Like, see, put your like your lay face down, put your knees up so your like feet are you know that like you see one leg is shorter than the other leg, and it'll do some stuff and then be like, oh look, all right, both legs are the same length. You're like, I didn't know I came in here with the jammed up leg. Or like, oh yeah, your rib cage on this side is lower than the other side. Let me do some shit, and then next thing you know, you're all balanced out. Chiropractors work miracles, man.
Have you ever done cupping? The little we put the
I'm sorry, glass, so I'm married.
The glass little joints that they like, bro.
Wait, hold on. Explain that.
So what it's like these little, it's like glass half circles, and they put them on you, and it's like a thing that they clip to it, and they pump it, and it like sucks. You ever see like NBA and they have these circles on them? It's like they call it cupping. Dog, when I said that joint hurt, bro, that joint hurt something different, bro. It's a different kind of pain, bro.
But I haven't done that. I've done the electro joints.
That joint will get you right, but that joint feel crazy, dog.
Dang, he's like cupping. I was like, ooh, I don't know.
That do sound weird.
Yeah, you ever did cupping? I'm like, fam.
Are 2 girls gonna be there? Because if so, I'm just gonna skip this one. I don't want to go. You know,
I forgot about that. Ooh,
disgusting.
Dirty classics.
Yeah, disgusting.
Dirty classics.
Let's see. Get a massage pillow, a Zillion. I'm gonna mess that one up, but heats up. They're amazing.
Okay.
Yeah,
fire.
I need to get back on my. That's a good suggestion because I probably need to go.
Yep, get it right.
I know my.
Get it right. Thanks, Fiction. Somebody said, "Sound Oracle. What type of chair do you use?" Still the Oracle chair. The Oracle chair. I may actually put them back on my site and start selling them again prior to the holidays, but I do want to give away some of these joints during the holidays.
So far that I wouldn't cop one. Because you got like 5 in your crib, bro. One, you got a dummy gun in your crib. So every time I would come over there and do the podcast, I'd be sitting in it. And then,
you come to my crib, you're going to sit in one of these. I got a ton of them.
And then when I was redoing my studio, I was like, you know what I need? When I had that allergic reaction, bro, I was down here in this chair, but I had it all the way reclined back. I was watching the NBA, just like sitting here, like zoned out. But the fact that you could go all the way back like that, like a recliner, is a vibe.
The joint definitely lays flat out. It goes so far back, it lays flat, and it got the footrest that comes out of the bottom and flips up.
It's a vibe. So yeah. I be on here chilling, dog. This is like my go-to spot.
That's how I know it's time to go to bed. If I hit one of these, start watching TV. I'm like, all right, fam, you might as well just go to bed because you're about to fall asleep right here.
Pack it up. Pack it up. Let's go.
Facts, though. Yeah. What else we got in the chat?
Let's see. Sitting in those WWE chairs, bro. I ain't gonna front.
Facts.
It's a scientific fact that if you make beats in one of those cookout chairs, the black ones, your 808s will sound so much better. You get like an extra dB out of your 808s. This is a scientific fact. But you
Just
gotta
because you sit in that hood chair.
Yeah, but you gotta sit in the hood chair to fold, and it's gotta have a little rust on it in the inside.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and you only can be making like beats on the computer speakers, the gray ones. Remember the standard boys? Yeah, that's the key. That's the key.
Yeah.
Damn.
Your
posture's gonna be terrible. You're gonna be uncomfortable, but your 808's going.
They're gonna slap.
It's fine.
They're gonna super slap.
Trust me.
Until they get you a placement where you can buy a better chair.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah. Your 808s will go down a dB, but your back will thank you. So wait, hold on.
I'm true. What up, bro?
Oh, what's up, bro? Posture looking crazy. It was something I want to talk about. Oh, everybody has them. Nobody wants them. That's right. I'm talking about neighbors.
You know what I was gonna say? I was gonna say neighbors is being funny and a weird accent, like neighbors. Really? I was gonna say it like that.
That's very funny. But no, that's actually what I'm talking about. So I don't know if this is a question. It's just a topic I wanted to come up with. How do you deal with your music and neighbors? So I guess maybe I'm here to offer a few tips about what I did. And I also want to hear about how you deal with your neighbors and music. So you remember the condo I used to live in, right?
Right.
For some reason, I had the coolest neighbors in the world. They lived upstairs from me.
Bro, you be going crazy and they ain't never said nothing.
Turn my joint all the way up. One of the things that I did, shout out to Jan, this older lady and her husband used to live above me and my wife. This is even before she was my wife. This is a minute ago, named Jan. I went, you introduce yourself as neighbors. This is the perfect time. When you introduce yourself, I was like, I'm a music producer. So I put out the open invitation. Let me know if the music is ever too loud. And, she's kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever, I don't care. And I was like, would you be down to do a test? For instance, I'm going to go put on some music in my crib. I'm going to crank it a little bit. I'm going to come upstairs, see how you feel. Are you cool with it? Not. And we're going to see where the limit is. I did that with every neighbor I had. I never got a noise complaint. I mean, once I got smart enough to try that with every neighbor I had. Prior to that,
it was going crazy.
Back in college, it was a wrap. My neighbors hated me. But I had a super fly apartment, but it was an executive apartment. I don't know how we ended up getting that joint, but I never had neighbors in that one. But prior to that, I always had neighbors, and they always would call the police on me. So telling your neighbor that you're a music producer goes a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, instead of just somebody that plays loud music, because they always think you're having a party or whatever. But if they know it's for your career, they're more likely to give you a little bit of leeway and do the test thing if your neighbors are cool enough for that, because you'll know where your limit is, and then you can mark it on your console or just whatever, and just know like this is the limit. But talk to your neighbors, bro. It goes a long way.
Bro, I did the exact same thing, and then I just turned my speakers down in the back because my speakers are too big for my room. So me knowing that, it's like I don't need all that the max volume. So it's just like, let me turn it down in the back.
Yes.
And then just have it so my max is whatever that is. So it's like I know if I'm maxing out on my interface, then I can't get no louder than that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Smart. Yeah, smart. Yeah. Turn your interface all the way up and turn your speakers down to wherever that max limit is. That's a fact.
Yeah. Because same thing, bro. I used to have neighbors tripping. I remember in LA, bro, I was staying, there was a bunch of producers. We all had this apartment, and bro, we would get so many complaints, dog. So many. And they had like hours that you could like, no one could complain about anything. It's like between like 10 a.m. and like 10 p.m. But it's like soon, or we would have to like be looking at the clock, like soon as 10 p.m. coming, we had to like turn it down. Bro, as soon as they start knocking on the door, turn it down. It's like, bro, I hated it, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I want to give me a nice like crib with a lot of yard, and I can just be ignorantly loud. I want like some club speakers. I don't want nobody saying nothing.
Sam, I still be nervous. I don't have neighbor problems anymore. I moved. One of my requirements was I have to be able to turn my shit up as loud as it can go and not have to deal with anything. I have that now, but I'm still a little paranoid.
Yeah.
I just don't know why. Now I'll go outside and I'm like, I can't even hear this. And then I'll go to like in front of my neighbor's house. I'm like, I definitely can't hear this.
You're
but
right.
I still never turn my stuff all the way up.
Yeah, that's how I am. Cause it's like I'm in a townhouse. So it's like I have neighbors, but they're like, you know what I mean? You know how it is. It's like it's a separation. So it's like sometimes I can hear my neighbors, so I don't know if they can hear me, but I be asking them, they're like, I don't never hear the music. But I can hear them talking, so I'm like, I don't know how that works, but you know, hey, if y'all not complaining, I'm not about to say nothing.
I'll be in this joint 2:30 in the morning, way above the limit. Yeah. But yeah, it's all good. But I remember the days when I had close neighbors, and I know some people have those types of neighbors now. So maybe that's a gym, or you know, maybe you have some other gyms that you could share. But talk to your neighbors about it earlier, sooner than later. Because otherwise they think you're just playing music. But if they know that you're making the music, for some reason, something changes in their mind that you're at work.
Job.
Yeah, you're at work. This is how you provide and blah, blah, blah. And they're a lot more lenient than when they think. And you got to think, as a producer, you playing music loud versus the average person playing music loud is two different experiences. You play shit for 2 beats and start it over and start it over and start it over. And then add stuff. You go through drums, boom, clack, click, clack, click, clack, click.
Boom, 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 boom.
If you don't understand what's going on, you hate that person. But if you kind of understand in your mind, it's not as loud or as annoying as you think it is. So
talk to what kind of metronome you got, you know what I mean? That's a whole different
one. Don't have that thacky.
Yeah, that's the one. And that's the one I love too. That's my favorite
one. No, the ASR had the best. I like to use the word thacky. It had the best thacky metronome. I love the ASR metronome, bro.
I
the MPC had
metronome to that.
Yeah, see, it's fire. The MPC had like I like to call it a speaker pop metronome. That's my favorite calm metronome. But I hit an ASR metronome. My mind goes into studio mode. I'm like, oh, I'm in a session, baby.
It's like they forgot to put the EQ on it.
Facts.
Yeah, it's like, we just
they put some compression on it, but no EQ.
Yeah, it's like, let's go. Just let it go.
Facts.
Oh, it ain't never hurt nobody. That gonna be thumping.
Okay, so Zulu Child said, I did exactly what you did, and my neighbor never complained. That's what's up. And we got thin ass walls. It goes a long way. When people understand, and especially when it's harder for regular neighbors to beef with somebody they have a rapport with, or someone that has expressed, like talked about this with them before.
Right.
It's different than like, I don't know the person next to me. They just loud all the time. I hate them. I'm going to call the police. Because at the end of the day, don't get it twisted. The end of the day is to not get the police called on you. That's the goal. Don't get the police called. Talking to your neighbor, they'll talk to you if you tell them they can before they call the police. And that is how you win.
Every time, bro.
Facts.
Yeah, no, that's real life.
Yep. OG Bobby Johnson said, I'm definitely using that. I'm definitely using that trick. I'm moving to a new place soon. Bro, I'm telling you, it worked.
New place.
Yes, sir. Yeah, congrats, man, for sure.
Let's see. My neighbor got a second place in North Carolina. She's barely there, so I really have that issue now. Oh, that's a lot.
Yep. Turn up. Sound over. Is your wife able to hear the music you're working on at 2 a.m.? Yes and no. And I ask her that all the time. It depends on how heavy someone sleeps. But no, there is a full floor of between us, and it's different sides of the crib. So I'm bottom floor over here. She'll be top floor over here. It's almost impossible. Yeah. So, but do the same thing. I'm happy you asked that. Do the same thing with the person or people that you live with. Or matter of fact, you could do it yourself. Just turn your shit up to a certain amount if you're downstairs or wherever, and then go to the room where the other people or person would be, and just see what it sounds like there, and adjust it accordingly, and just remember where the settings are.
It's really the bass too. Sometimes, bro, I be making beats and I turn the bass down. I just turn because that's really
always the
issue.
Bass.
Yeah, that's really what the issue is. It's just the bass is knocking too crazy. Sometimes I just turn the bass off and just be I'll be down here mixing there. I'll be like, all right, I'll do the bass last. I'll do that later. Get that right. But I'll do everything else and be able to, still function and keep it cool, turn everything down, and then turn the bass back on and kind of mix it that way. So if I got to do something super late, that's how I do it.
Good point. Yeah, because it's always the bass. You're not going to hit a snare or the whatever. It's always the bass.
Big facts.
Yes. Good point. Hold on. I feel like we might have missed something. I think somebody said something, and I can't scroll down that far. Slim Trill said, "Oh, the metronome makes a difference for sure."
That's facts.
Yo, the MPC metronome is loud, but it's the least intrusive loud metronome you could get. So if you have a DAW where you can switch out the metronomes, you use an MPC metronome. There's a high tone and a low tone. Of course, the high tone is on the one, and the low tones on the other one. So you could probably find it online. Just download it. Or use the hi-hat as a metronome.
Yeah, put in the chat what metronome do y'all use. I ain't gonna front. I hate the hi-hat, bro. I don't like it, bro.
I've never used it, but I know it's an option.
I don't like it because to me it's not distinct enough because I'm already putting that in the beat. Me having those like clacks is like I know what it is because it's like that's not in the beat anywhere else. But then when I have a hi-hat over top of my hi-hats and then that hi-hat ain't gonna be pitched right, it just irks me. It's like something's not right. I gotta take this out. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah.
Also, a metronome, well, you're gonna need a metronome for the counting a lot of times, but outside of the counting, once you have anything looping, you essentially don't need your metronome anymore, except for the counting.
You know what? I don't know why I do it, but for some reason I like turning it on and off. Like I don't know why. I don't know if it's just something that I just do out of just random habit, but I'll just like have it on for a second, then I turn it off, then have it on for a second. But I think I'm just trying to make sure the balance is right. Like, you know how sometimes stuff don't be exactly in the pocket. And it's like that metronome kind of shows it to me. It's like you can really hear when something's off of the pocket with the metronome. Yeah, especially until I put 808s. When I put drums in there, I definitely take it out. But for the most part, at the beginning when I'm cooking up, I keep it in there.
Good point. All right. Yeah, the neighbors thing. I definitely want to bring that up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hold on.
Studio One allows you to pick between different metronome sounds. Plus, you can mix the volume and counting on the metronome. Yeah, that's how I use normally either the beep one, the boop boop boop.
Yeah,
but I like the little ASR, the thacky one. I like the ones with the first note, with the higher first note. Yeah, if I can't switch it to first note with a higher, I don't want it like that.
I think I'm I go talking about shit that making shit for myself to do, but I think I just want to put together a free pack of different metronomes and just give them out to people.
Oh, sorry. I think you know what's crazy. I have one in one of these kits that I did. It's random metronomes in there.
Oh, fire!
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah. Just,
people love it though.
Get Triz's joint.
Oh, to be honest, I don't even remember which kit's in there. It's in one of them.
So many products. So many products.
So many.
So many products. So I had just a few other things. Oh, so here's a quick question. We ain't gonna spend too much time on this. But what is one piece of gear that hasn't been invented that you wish was invented?
Music related.
That's just for the chat. Music related for sure.
Because my first answer was the hoverboards from.
No.
That was my first answer.
No, we're not going there with the voice control Keurig.
It's like, man, I don't even like water like that. So me hoverboard over water ain't even a problem, dog. You know what I mean? Come on, dog. Let's get that right.
Bruh. Yeah. Well, for me, and it's no surprise, I've been talking about it as long as anyone's been able to hear my voice on social media. A new modern sampling keyboard workstation.
Yeah.
I've even modified my request. It can just be a controller. The same way you have Machine or you have MPC or whatever. Just make a keyboard like that. You could even keep the pads on it. Just put some keys on it and make it a keyboard. Same thing. That's all I want. That's the one thing I wish that somebody would hurry up and invent or reinvent, because there hasn't been a great one, in my opinion, since the ASR. It would just all be like, whatever it is, it would be a predecessor to the ASR. But
Right.
Somebody hear my plea, hear my cry. Akai, I hear you got something special in the tuck, maybe. I don't know, hit your boy, maybe.
Yeah.
Hit me up.
Let him know. I'm going for the Black Mirror Miley Cyrus machine thing.
Oh,
The instant
fire.
hit. The instant
Fire.
you just turn the knob. It's like, bro, you know how fast a studio session is? Like, man, I want like this kind of beat. And you're like, no, this is not it. Just turn it out. Like, what about this? Like, that's it.
Oh.
Like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
$50,000. 50,000 Bitcoin right now. Give me some waffle fries.
And if you haven't seen that Miley Cyrus Black Mirror episode, I encourage you to just watch Black Mirror until you stumble across that episode, because the series is that good. Just watch it from the beginning until you come to the episode.
Some waffle fries.
Yeah, is Black Mirror gone? I know it's ain't the TV portion of shit, but
I think the dude said the world was so crazy that he didn't want to make the show while the world was really being on some Black Mirror stuff, and he just felt like it would be a little bit too scary, so he took a break, which was respectable. But
I'm not gonna lie, that show would kind of scare you in certain ways.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was amazing though. I want Black Mirror back.
Yeah.
ASAP.
Rocky. Congratulations!
Oh man. All right, hold on. I feel it's winding down, so I'm gonna see if it's a couple. If it's any more topics. I got one. I'll say that for next week. I'll say this one for next week. How do you deal with neighbors? That was pretty good.
Zulu said a regular guitar with a MIDI port. Did I not make that? Is that not a thing?
That's a good question.
In
my mind, they would have made that already, but hey, that doesn't mean that they did.
Why is that not a thing? That is a very good idea.
Why is that not a thing? Sheesh. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, man.
Someone's got an idea to go to Shark Tank with.
Somebody with the guitar wants to play the piano.
Someone's trying to see David John.
Someone wants to hug Mr. Wonderful. OG Bobby Johnson say he used a wood block as a metronome. Not mad at that. That's classic. That's a classic metronome.
Yeah. We should just start making wild ones, like people screaming. It's like, yeah, it's wild jazz.
Oh, yo, that's fire. New alternative metronomes.
Yeah. Yeah, that is, because it's only like 3 and that's it.
That's a fact. All right. I'm on it.
So we actually got this question twice. What is it looking like for the producer meetup in ATL?
Damn, I don't even know.
Right. Yeah, I'm nervous. I ain't gonna front. I'm nervous about it.
Yeah, here's the thing. So Trez, you can tell me if you feel the same. For me, and my initial gut reaction is I don't want to plan it, and then people are like, yo, I'm not traveling like that.
Right.
And they keep throwing variants out there. It seems like as soon as we plan it, because now that we got the Omarion
the B2K
variant. Yeah, that joint is out now. And I feel like as soon as we plan this joint, it's going to be like the producer variant or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to do it for a multitude of reasons. And I know you do too. I don't know. And I feel like 100% transparency, if I or we put it out there, like, would you come to this? Mad people will say yes, because it's easy to say yes to something without actually doing it. So I don't know.
Yeah, and then it was easier before to get the guest on there just because, but now I feel like that this whole thing adds a slight bump in the road of getting people there easier, because it's depending on what they got going on and how they approach. So it's just another layer of stuff that we're gonna have to figure out. So that's I want to, bro.
I do too, bro. We
had a whole talk about this.
We did. I don't think I understand how bad we really want to do this for a multitude of reasons. We really want to do this. I don't know, man. If you would come, and I know we asked this before, and if you've participated in this before, please participate again. But if we threw a producer power summit, let's say soon, would you be afraid to come? Not even would you come? Would you be afraid to come if you could? That's what I want to know.
Because and then I wonder if the venue's it's probably gonna have to be some testing thing. It's either you're gonna have to get tested within a certain time frame or vaccination. It's gonna have to be something like that because I'm sure that's how a lot of venues are doing it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So as long as people willing to do that, I think.
True. Oh, Slim Churro had a good product that hasn't been invented. And I think we all might have thought about this before, but a social doll that producers can collab in video. You know what? I think a lot of that is, I hate to talk about like 5G, but a lot of that's going to get down to like getting the latency and the bandwidth stuff better.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I'm with you on that. That would be super fire.
Yeah, because that's a lot of information. That clean audio and the video would be a lot to process. You got to have some stupid internet for that. But yeah, I think it's getting there. I think soon we all gonna be able to have the dummy speed and do all that kind of stuff.
Facts. Let's see. I'm coming to hell with COVID. Shout out to OG Bobby Johnson. Yeah, man. Hey, that'd be fire, bro. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I want to do one of those bad as a mug.
Same here, bro. I'm like, I'm at the point where it's like I'm tired of being in the house. I'm ready to move around. I'm ready to go to all these sessions. I'm ready to do stuff.
Yeah.
I'm shooting video.
Listen, you talk about what I got you doing. You got me out here. I think tomorrow I'm going location scouting.
All right, bro.
Yeah. Thank you.
You got to do it, man. You got to do it, man. I just got to do this videos. I got to do more videos. That's the next thing I'm working on. All next week, I'm shooting videos, just practicing. So, hey, if y'all see me post, y'all just better like it, man. Throw a fire emoji or something on there for your boy.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Being a hermit.
Yo, support the boy. Yo, they will support. And shout out to everybody. I didn't do any last week because of the holiday and the family, and I'm trying not to get out of it. But I posted a video each week, talking, just saying stuff. We don't really like to do that. A lot of support, a lot of dope comments and all that good stuff. I appreciate it. I will definitely do more. I started to do one today, but I did.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I think the issue is me just starting. Like it's so weird how I work, bro. It's like I have to practice stuff because I think the issue with knowing how something works is that you see it from the final. So it's a good thing of like knowing like the process and being successful, but it's a bad thing because it's like I feel like my standards be so high for stuff. Like it's like if it don't look like what I think it should look like, then I'm like angry about it. So it's like I had to do practice rounds on everything to figure it out first, and then like, okay, this is how it works. Let's do it.
But you are good at figuring it out.
Yeah.
And the thing about that is you figure it out, but then you put your own spin on it, which I feel is really important. Because that's the thing. You could do what somebody else did, and you like, I did it, but I don't really like how they did it.
Sure.
But a lot of people just keep doing it that way. You'll put your own spin on it, which is dope.
It's OCD. That's all. Just a little OCD.
Hey, there you go. What's that? What's that? Y'all make the beats on the OCD?
You got that new OCD 2000 XL?
OCD 2000. Wait, not the new OCD 2000 XL. And on that note, I'm not gonna lie. I think we've wrapped it.
Yeah. I think we're there.
Yeah. Hold on. I ain't even. Shout out to whoever has been hitting me throughout the entire show.
Oh, bro, I had like 4 calls. I had to put my jaw on silent. I'm like, bro, why y'all doing this?
No one respects it, bro. They don't respect the Friday.
Why now?
We've only been doing this for 5 years, 6 years. No respect. No respect at all. Someone called me back to back, and I know they know I do a podcast.
Exactly.
Fam. It's a wrap. But anyway, let's see. Is there anything in the chat that we gotta go over real quick before we wrap this up?
I think we good.
Man. Oh wait, some people. I'm there for show. I'm coming here with COVID. Personally, I work better in person.
MacGyver.
Bruh, there's my bro. What up, bro? Man, you gotta come back down here, man. Stop playing. Man.
Yeah, definitely.
Playing.
We need the energy, dog. Every MacGyver episode be like mad funny. The energy be crazy.
That's my guy. He ain't been out here in a minute, man. I gotta find out what's up with him. I'm about to hit you up this weekend, man. Find out what you've been into.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. So I think we've hold on, see phone call. Hey, you doing the podcast? Facts though. That's exactly how I be. If I answer that, hey, what's up? You doing your podcast? You doing your 4 o'clock podcast yet? Like,
I know you got the podcast today at this exact time that I'm calling you at. Like, you
facts.
mother.
It's at 4, and you calling me at 4:43. Like, yo, you doing the podcast? Yeah, fine. But man, look, what you got going on this weekend?
I'm not gonna front, guys. I've been in this like kind of slump. So I've just been doing everything creative and anything to not do anything related to websites, business. So I've been running away from responsibility. Well, I mean, I'm supposed to be off. This is supposed to be my off time.
Come on, man. Embrace it.
Yeah, it just feels weird not doing work. It's like, it's weird. Is it a such thing as being addicted to working? Because I feel like if I'm not doing something, I feel like I'm doing stuff wrong. So I feel like I just start doing other stuff. Bro, I've been cleaning up like crazy. I done folded so many clothes. I done organized. It's like that energy has to go somewhere. So it's just like, if I'm not doing this stuff, somewhere it's gonna get it. I'm replacing the mailbox. I'm doing mad random stuff that I'm like, bro, why am I doing this?
Because you're trying to stay off Shopify and Klaviyo.
Yeah, that's facts. So yeah, I'm just making beats, bro. Making beats and shooting content. That's been the couple things that I'm like just really focused on, trying to get good at it and understand it and practice. And so that's it.
Facts. All right, fire, bro. Fire.
What about you?
Yeah, this weekend I've been working hard on like two projects. I'll continue to work on that. Also, work on some metronomes, man. But I want to do since I got to do beats this weekend, I'm working on doing some beats with no more than like 4 tracks. And it, like some dope joints. So that's a little challenge for the weekend. And since we family on here, I've been a little lazy with administrative stuff. So if you didn't cop anything during the Black Friday sale, 50% off, I'll be honest with you, since we all cousins in here, I haven't switched my website back over yet or turned the coupon codes off. So today, tomorrow, they're still active. If you want 50% off sample packs or whatever, use code BF50 or Cyber50. And or whatever. I just haven't turned them off yet. So feel free, man. Go to the Black Friday site and have a ball. Right. Even though the timer says 000, it's expired. I haven't turned it off yet. So have at it. Have fun.
Bro, I don't even know what my website looks like. I ain't even opened it the past 2 days, bro. I'm like, bro, I need to check it. But
hey,
yeah.
Listen, man. Be creative. But listen, so I think that's it. Yo, thank everybody for checking, for tuning in, checking in. I might do a post after this show. It's not going to be a video. It might just be a picture. But whatever you see us posting in the next coming weeks, make sure to like, comment and all that good stuff, because we're trying to get into posting more content. So, you see us up there, just hit us with a little heart, hit us with a little comment. You know what I mean? Yes, a heart is the same as leaving somebody a tip. A comment is like leaving somebody a tip and telling a friend about the restaurant. You know what I mean? Yes. So, leave a little little comment when you see us pop up on your timelines.
Bow. Yeah,
so
I'm actually about to post something right now. So please.
Fire.
Please.
Save here. So listen, man, like we say all the time, it's been another episode of UnQuantized podcast, and we will see